Alright, hey YouTube, this is Maggie from The Holistic Life. Here we are again, and today we featured Alicia Bryan. Alicia Bryan is a professor at Columbus State University, and if you have not yet taken any of her workout classes, please do so. You will not regret it. And please tune in for the interview I have with her. You will learn a lot, and why not work out? You've heard it from her. The pavement, it's free. You can do it there if you don't have time. You're always going to have time, sometime throughout your day, to work out. Do it. It's awesome. You won't regret it. Your body needs it. Love yourself. Love your body. I'm Maggie.
My name is Alicia Bryan, and I'm currently the wellness coordinator for Columbus State University, and I have my background as in exercise science, and I also have my doctorate in that as well. F.I.T.T is the acronym that we use for exercise prescription. F.I.T.T, F-I-T-T. The F stands for frequency, so it tells you how often you should exercise. The I is intensity, so it's how hard. The T is for time, so it tells you how long. And then the type is what kind of exercise you can do. Going from larger to smaller muscle groups gives you the opportunity to not have those smaller muscles to tire so quickly. So you want to start large and then go to small so you can maximize the energy output from those muscles. Well, individuals can work out every day, so they can engage in cardio and resistance training. However, when it comes to resistance training, we don't really emphasize individuals working the same muscle groups back to back, like the example that you gave, doing abdominal exercises or sit-ups or crunches every day. Those muscle groups are like any other muscles, and they need time to recover. So if you're training them properly, then they need the rest in between so they can actually rebuild themselves. Working them every day causes overtraining and doesn't allow that recovery time. So cardio training, with those you're working within we're working to improve your aerobic capacity. So those cardio training, you're using larger muscle groups and you're really trying to get that oxygen flowing throughout those muscles, right? So you're working really in a different metabolic state, I should say, and that's probably way too much for what you wanted for this camera. But with these muscle endurance, you're working a different energy system, and it's generally anaerobic, so you don't have to use oxygen to do those exercises. And so, of course, those two energy systems, it's a whole nother topic for a completely different day. Geez, the favorite. Okay, always using organics, right? So always using organic, whether it's spinach or kale or blend of those dark green leafy vegetables. I usually take like 2 handfuls, and they're really big handfuls of those, and I put those in first, and then I actually put my water in so I can go ahead and mix that in my blender, and it reduces the amount of space that's in my blender. So then I can add usually a cup of one type of fruit and then 2 cups of another fruit, and usually that 2 cups would be something that has a lot more fiber in it. So for instance, 1 cup of strawberries and 1 full apple or 1 large apple. When you cut that up, that's about 2 cups. A banana, 1 stevia pack, because that's what I would use there. And then depending on how often I'm doing this, I probably would add 1 scoop of vegan protein as well, just to top it off. And then I also have a greens boost that I put in there, that helps me to get all of the fruits and vegetables that I need each day. It actually takes both, you know, for diet and exercise if you're trying to change your body composition. So body composition is the amount of fat that you have in addition to the amount of muscle, tissue, and water and everything else. So yes, you will need to exercise, and cardio or high intensity interval training is really good. Because it takes less time, and you also need proper nutrition. So you need to be able to refuel your body so you can rebuild what you've expended through your exercise. This is one of those that people often negate. They forget about stretching. But however, stretching is very important when it comes to performance. Usually there's two types of stretching, static and dynamic. The dynamic stretch, or what's usually called the warm-up, is what you would do before you exercise. So you're moving the body, increasing the core temperature, getting it ready for the activity that you're going to do. And then post-workout, we usually recommend the static stretching. And that's where you just kind of sit and hold. It allows you to lengthen the muscles because they're already pliable. They're able to be lengthened longer. And then it also gives you a chance to kind of relax, right? Because a lot of people work out to relieve stress. So what better way to manage your stress after the workout is just to sit down and give yourself a time to kind of clear your thoughts before going back into that situation, whether it's at home where you have to prepare meals or deal with kids and family. So stretching is very important. Oh, and for all you runners out there, being able to stretch is going to allow you a faster time because it increases your stride length. So there you go. Well, my stretches, remember I said dynamic is usually prior to your workout. I actually get on the treadmill or the elliptical, something that's going to move all of my muscles at the same time. So you can go for a quick jog or walk, usually 5 to 10 minutes, depending on when I'm working out. So if it's very first thing in the morning, it's going to be a little bit longer. And then in the afternoon, it'll be probably a shorter warm up because I've kind of been moving all day. And favorite stretches, I really don't have any. So I don't have any favorite static stretches, but that's one of the ways that I warm up dynamically. Wow. So my favorite type of all engaged workout would be kickboxing. I absolutely love it. One, great stress reliever. Two, I get all of my muscles groups worked out, and I really kind of like pounding on stuff to relieve tension. So not that I have any anger problems or anything like that. But as far as just strengthening, I love weightlifting because I like the aesthetics too. I love the way I look in a mirror. So like guys look at themselves when they're lifting, I look at myself too. I check my form. Oh, wow. I guess always come in with an open mind. This being active is really a gift, and a lot of times other things get in the way. Of course, you have classes and you have studying and you have all these things. You may be a part of organizations where you're volunteering. And a lot of students say, I don't have time, I don't have money. But one of the good friends of mine, she has a really great quote, the pavement is free. And so you can always get out and enjoy just walking or jogging and enjoy the environment. And we actually have more time than we think. If you look at your schedule, there's always a 10-minute block open. There is something that you can do to actively make exercise a part of your everyday routine. So I would just challenge those students to really take a look at their schedule and what are they willing to sacrifice, because it will be a sacrifice, in order to put their health first.
All right, YouTube, here you have it. Working out, it's important. Why not? Do it, there's time. You've heard it from Alicia, Bryan. Let's do it. Let's go work out.